Smoking is bad news for your health, and today, July 15, marks 1 year since the ban on smoking in specified public places by our government took effect. Smoking in government places such as the JIS is on the list of no-nos. Welcome to another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. In today's show, continuing excellence while increasing access in our health services, and get a reminder of the details of the tobacco regulations that has been successful in curbing this bad habit. Our half-hour package has this and much more, but first, the news.
Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith, and this is your GIS News for Tuesday, July 15. We begin with more good news on the economy. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ is reporting that Jamaica's current account deficit fell to $100.6 million in the January to March 2014 period. This means that Jamaica is importing less than it did in the corresponding period last year, when the current account deficit was $400.6 million. Co-chairman of the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, said for this reason, the group has supported the BOJ's recent decision to intervene in the foreign exchange market and slow the depreciation of the Jamaican dollar.
A major reason why we depreciated the exchange rate was to correct this very current account deficit. And to the extent we are having success with it, and it is improving rather quickly, then I think it gives support to the argument that we should be slowing the rate of devaluation of the Jamaican dollar.
Mr. Biles cited the reduction in inflation as another reason EPOC has supported the central bank's decision to slow the rate of depreciation. From January to May this year, inflation stood at 2.4%, 1.2% lower than the corresponding period last year.
One of the reasons for the foreign exchange rate depreciation is to stay competitive with the US dollar. So if they are experiencing inflation that is much lower than ours, then we have to devalue to keep the competitiveness. To the extent that our inflation is falling and coming closer and closer to, say, US inflation, then the reason to continue the devaluation subsides.
In the meantime, EPOC is insisting that the government's recent success in raising an $800 million bond on the international market reiterates confidence in the Jamaican economy.
The fact that the international community is once again lending to Jamaica, and not just short term, but 11 years, is significant and says something about their confidence in our policies.
Mr. Biles added that the $800 million which completed the funding of the 2014-2015 budget would also fund at least 2 bond maturity payments over the next 12 months. The net international reserves NIR was also boosted. At the end of June, the NIR stood at $1.376 billion. EPOC's co-chairman also pointed to other improvements in the country's fiscal accounts.
To date, the tax revenues are at $50.3 billion. Versus a target of $48.4 billion. The primary balance at May stood at $3.4 billion, and the target was minus $1.6 billion, so it exceeded the target.
Mr. Biles said the country should now focus on improving exports and growing the economy. Over 300 small and medium-sized enterprises have benefited from export capacity development through the FinPime Export Plus program. The program, which is facilitated by Jamaica Promotions JAMPRO, is financed by the Inter-American Development Bank to the tune of $150,000. Industry Investment and Commerce Minister Anthony Hilton says the FinPime Export Plus program supports the National Export Strategy, NES, which seeks to create an export-driven economy.
We intend to build on the achievements of Phase 1 of the National Export Strategy, where 63% of a total of 325 initiatives were successfully implemented. We had measurable impact on the fashion industry, where 91% of the planned initiatives were successfully implemented, and we have made significant advances in trade promotions.
The agro-processing, mining, information technology, film and animation sectors have also been targeted for export. Minister Hilton was speaking recently at the FinPime Export Plus showcase at the Terra Nova Hotel. The Jamaica Constabulary Force will be better able to carry out its mandate when the computer networks of police stations across the island become connected. This is in keeping with government's plans to increase the technological capacity of government entities through the eGov Jamaica initiative.
When we connect the police offices and the police stations to the central locations, they can upload these things, send it to Kingston, and you can get back a response in a day or less. That's what we're doing, and that's how it will have a direct impact on the delivery of government services.
The Technology State Minister added that through eGov Jamaica, it would be easier for persons to do business with government entities. So far, post offices, schools, libraries, hospitals, and health centers have been connected through a recently established broadband network. Minister Robinson added that eGov Jamaica would be better able to carry out its functions when the position of Chief Information Officer was finalized. He was speaking at the recent American Chamber of Commerce Town Hall Forum. And finally, approximately 300 young people from 6 inner-city communities in St. Andrew are now benefiting from mentorship and remedial classes through a program organized by the University of Technology's Students' Union. The 15th staging of the Teach the Youth summer program seeks to improve the literacy and numeracy skills of youngsters in the 4 to 20 age group. The youngsters from the communities of Augustown, Kintyre, Tavern, Highlight View, Sandy Park and Saunders will participate in the program until August 25. Member of Parliament for Eastern St. Andrew, Andre Hilton, and media sponsor, the Jamaica Information Service, have endorsed the initiative.
You will get a feeling of satisfaction when you can give back to your fellow man. There's no feeling that is greater than the feeling of being able to empower your fellow brothers and sisters. And when you give, when you truly give, it is when you give of yourself.
We are just so proud to be here. What you are doing is remarkable, to say the least. We are on board this year to support you with your communication needs. We will also support you with your empowerment sessions.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.
Smoking, it's bad for your health. There's nothing cool about this habit. Tobacco smoking is a silent killer that will snare you in a horrific cycle of addiction that robs you of your money and your health. And it's not just you who suffers. Those around you who inhale the smoke are also at risk, your friends and loved ones. So stop if you've started, or resist before you begin the habit. Stay healthy.
Creating quality, accessible health care for all continues to be a major focus for the Ministry of Health as it steers Jamaica on the path to achieve the 2030 vision.
The public health sector is being transformed. It involves the use of modern technology as a dynamic feature of government's development plan for good public health.
We believe that the provision of quality and affordable health services and improvements in access can help to move us closer to achieving our national development objectives.
Alongside the physical infrastructure work taking place, current innovations are allowing for improved service delivery. But the administration is taking it further. In 2014, a bold move was made with the introduction of the GOJ Health Card, an electronic swipe card that gives Jamaicans easier access to the services of the public health system.
Having an health card, it is the best thing for getting help from the hospital.
It helps you to see the doctor quicker. When you use it, when you go out and you go to the service provider, they will know, at least the other doctors, they will know your medical history.
And getting a prescription filled and so on, that's where people have a problem financially supporting that. So that's the only main reason why I'm really getting it.
The GOJ card is the first of its kind in the Caribbean and represents a major game changer in the public health sector in Jamaica.
It's part of the solution for making the public health system more efficient, financially stable and affordable for everyone who needs care. Extensive public consultations on health financing prior to rolling out the GOJ health card revealed wide public consensus on the need to improve the process for dispensing medication and to increase the avenues for health financing. The collection of private health insurance was seen as one acceptable way to achieve these goals.
The GOJ health card will assist us to accomplish these objectives. We will be using the coordination of benefits platform of the NHF to facilitate the collection of health insurance.
The GOJ health card is now the primary means by which all Jamaicans will access care in public health facilities. Registration for persons to get their cards began on February 3, 2014.
All residents of Jamaica are eligible to apply for a GOJ card once they have a TRN.
To get the card, persons must fill out a simple form available at health facilities with information such as name, address, and tax registration number TRN. Completed forms can be left at any public health facility, the Ministry of Health head office, or the head office of the NHF and any NHF help desk across the island. Cards are delivered to the applicants by mail, and that's 2 to 3 weeks after registration.
In the case of young children, a TRN will be obtained for them to facilitate registration once they have a birth certificate. For persons who do not have a birth certificate, they will need to get a photo endorsed by a justice of the peace and a declaration of their birth date. Once these are obtained, a provisional TRN can be issued. Let me point out here that we have had discussions with the Registrar General's Department, which is prepared to facilitate requests for birth certificates.
The National Health Fund is responsible for processing the applications. That includes data processing, printing, and distribution of your GOJ card. For the immediate future, persons already in possession of the NHF health card need not apply for a GOJ card. At every visit to a public health institution, cardholders should present their swipe cards. Where swipe machines are not in place, public health staff should use the NHF online database to access patient information to facilitate registration.
The GOJ health card will facilitate easy and quicker registration, enhance patient management leading to better patient outcomes, the ability to easily fill prescriptions at any public pharmacy and drugstore across the island, tracking of medication to ensure that they are being used safely, especially in terms of quantity and mix, linkages with the introduction of the electronic patient administration system, EPAS, which will allow us to link health records to the card.
Other benefits of the card include tracking of past beneficiaries to better ensure social protection for this vulnerable group. Looking ahead, further benefits will include the ability to properly plan using micro-level empirical data to inform policies and programs. Full rollout of the GOJ health card is being done over 18 months, with another 6 months targeted to iron out any remaining kinks. After that, the use of the card will become mandatory except in cases of emergency. The Ministry of Health, achieving efficiency gains, better patient management, and better patient outcomes for a healthier population.
Know your numbers and control the keys to a healthier heart. Know the numbers for your blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood glucose level, and your weight and body mass index. Find out the risks they represent and what you need to do to stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and start making healthy lifestyle choices to prevent a heart attack or stroke.
We know that the ban on smoking makes it wrong to smoke in public places like this bus stop that people use on a regular basis. What else do we know? Get the facts in today's HealthWise.
Gains are expected for Jamaicans in the long term as people become more aware and conform to the ban on smoking in public places. These smoking restrictions are an important step towards reducing the health risks as well as the financial strain on the individual and the public purse. It's predicted that cancers and cardiovascular diseases are expected to be reduced in the next 3 to 5 years as a result of this control measure. And so far, support has been encouraging.
I am pleased to note that the smoking ban regulations enjoys 83% support among you, the members of the Jamaican public.
And the public will be able to breathe easier in a number of areas. These include public transportation, workplaces, government buildings, health facilities, sport and recreational facilities for use by the public, educational institutions, areas specifically for use by children, and places of collective use such as bus stops. While the restriction puts a stop to smoking in these places, it is hoped that those who smoke will be encouraged to quit the habit and potential smokers won't start in the first place. However, those who choose to light up may still do so, as long as they are not infringing on the right of others to breathe smoke-free air.
One of the things that I'm so happy about is the smokers who have been interviewed, and at least 7, 8 out of 10 are saying, I am glad for this thing because it's a long time I want to stop smoke, but it's hard.
By reducing exposure to secondhand smoke, the risk of cancer and other tobacco-related illnesses will be greatly reduced. Scientists tell us that there are over 4,000 harmful chemicals in tobacco, most of which silently poison the body. Among the more lethal, arsenic, a chemical used to make rat poison, carbon monoxide released in car exhaust fumes, and nicotine used as an insecticide. The effects on the body can be immediate and can persist in the short, medium, and long term.
10% of persons who die from tobacco exposure are persons who have never smoked themselves. A national study showed that 4 out of 10 students live in homes where others smoke. Nothing can be fair about that.
It causes numerous health problems in infants and children, including severe asthma attacks, respiratory infections, ear infections, and sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. Exposure to secondhand smoke also increases the risk of heart disease by as much as 30%. It increases the risk of having a fatal heart attack and increases a non-smoker's risk of developing lung cancer by 20 to 30%. The smoking ban also provides protection for workers on the job, which covers any space used by someone for employment purposes or in their trade or business. Fines and custodial sentences can be imposed on organizations that fail to comply with the regulations after the 6-month period from July 15, 2013, when the law came into effect. Under Section 15 of the Public Health Act, if a company breaches the regulation, a fine of up to $1 million can be imposed. The government is urging compliance and partnership as it seeks to deliver on its commitment to safeguard the nation's health and reduce premature deaths from non-communicable diseases (NCDs) by 25% by the year 2025. Statistics indicate that approximately 1 out of every 6 deaths is due to NCDs, mainly cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, hypertension, and cancer. Data also show that the cost to administer medical treatment for some NCDs, like cancer, averages as much as $3.6 million. With the ban on smoking in specified public places now in full effect, the improved air quality that will result will lead to reduced prevalence of NCDs. For clarification on any aspect of the ban on smoking in public places, you may call the Ministry's hotline at 1-888-537-6885 or 967-0306. You may also send an email to huttonv@moh.gov.jm or adrianb@serha.gov.jm. For smokers who want to kick the habit, counseling is available through the National Council on Drug Abuse, the Jamaica Tobacco Coalition, the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, and the Jamaica Cancer Society. The Ministry of Health, prohibiting smoking in specified public places, preserving the good health of the nation.
Join the fight. Quit smoking for life.
It keeps our bodies working, our food nutritious, our living and working spaces clean, and our lives comfortable. Water, the most precious resource necessary for the sustenance of life on our planet. Don't waste it. Let's conserve on this critical commodity. In the house, invest in storage containers and buckets. Take quick showers instead of long baths, and invest in water-efficient shower heads, toilets, and faucets. You may also want to consider one-pot meals and cooking methods that don't require much water. You could also wash fruits and vegetables in a bowl and reuse the water on your plants or grass. When cleaning dishes, fill both sinks and use one for washing and the other for rinsing. The leftover water can be used to wash off the concrete or asphalt in your yard. If you must wash your car at home, aim for once a fortnight and use a bucket to do the washing instead of running the hose. Don't delay. Start your water conservation practices today.
Smith, and I'm a grade 4 student of our whole school, Jethro Paul Primary. And I'm Tariq Thomas of the Windward Road Primary and Junior High School. I'm Tiana Asman of the Carter Primary School, and I'm Adrian Burton from the Harborsview Primary School.
4 student MCs, hundreds of children, and 25 schools, all getting the chance to learn about good health with a major focus on eye care. All this made possible by Eyelight Optical Jamaica Limited, who hosted the major children's health fair on the grounds of the Jessery Pole Primary School.
It's the first time we're having an Eyelight health fair, and this is big, very big.
As Minister of Health, I wholeheartedly endorse this health fair.
Eyelight Optical is 24 years old, and 10 years ago we started to think about corporate responsibilities, and we think that children who can't see, can't read, and can't perform in schools, and as a result we launch our eye care program in schools. We intend to go island-wide as soon as the ministry give me the go-ahead. We intend to educate all children, all teachers in Jamaica on eye health, eye problems, eye diseases, and give children glasses who can't afford glasses.
At this event, 10 lucky students were given free eyeglasses to improve their vision.
I used to have trouble before.
Well, I feel good enough because I didn't know about the eye problem until when the school figured it out and then sent me to St. Joseph Hospital for him to do the eye test. So I feel well good because more time when I do him homework, if him to write R, him write K, and put it so well with it, and now I'm having glasses. I think I'm going to do more on the homework and so forth. And the schoolwork also too.
To get the students on this brighter, healthier path, representatives from various government ministries and private stakeholders shared with the children on other important issues such as proper nutrition, dental hygiene, and just overall good health practices.
Today we're promoting our health and family life education curriculum and all the themes that surround that curriculum. We have today life skills in 4 themes: self and interpersonal relationships. We have eating and fitness, sexuality and sexual health, and we have managing the environment. It's not just talking to them about it that they need to do it, it's showing them how to.
We're involved with Just a Report Health Fair today by doing high vision, testing of the children's eyes to see how far they can see and if they can see clearly.
Brush of Jamaica, to begin with, is our oral health education and promotion campaign in Jamaica. And Basically here today we're providing free dental care for the children, educating the children on how to take care of their teeth, what are good nutritional standards to have, and so on.
Among the many sponsors and partners who came out to support this vital cause was, yes, the Jamaica Information Service.
The Jamaica Information Service is here as an exhibitor. We are giving away brochures and general information on the services of the government of Jamaica, particularly those services offered by the Ministry of Health. We have lots of brochures on, for example, how to prevent dengue, when to get immunized, and so on. Valuable information for parents and children.
JIS also trained the health fair's young MCs.
And they are now showing their expertise in emceeing the program that is going on now.
Students were also offered inspiration to develop a healthy mind.
Big part of the day's event was the ICANN robot, which the students thoroughly enjoyed. Mr. ICANN, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. I'm here to transform lives. That's what we do at ICANN. So that's what a robot is, transforming. So we are telling you, whatever your mind can think about, you can achieve it. So we say, think good thoughts, think good thoughts, think good thoughts, dream big, never give up, never quit. That's what we tell the children, that nothing is too hard. Just put your mind to it, obey your teachers, study hard, you can achieve.
And I thought it was a nice idea to have a health fair in the school to teach the children about being healthy and stuff. Teach you good things that you must eat and tell you the right things that is good for your body.
If you do not practice a healthy lifestyle from now, usually it happens that you don't have a healthy lifestyle throughout your life.
I feel happy and I'm very glad for the people that brought this on because it's an event that supports the kids. As the saying goes, an apple a day keep the doctor away. Yes.
Teaching children to practice healthy lifestyle from an early age. For School Zone, I'm Tamara McHale.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Our land has been suffering from immorality. The crime, the drugs, the bloodshed have only brought more sorrow.
We must change and give our children a brighter tomorrow. Let's renew our pledge to God as we work to heal our land and fellow man.
Across Jamaica
for righteousness.
Let's join hands.
Let's join hands across Jamaica
for righteousness.
Eternal Father,
Bless this Jamaica land. Let's join hands and hearts together and make Jamaica a land of love.
Brothers and sisters, let us join hands together to make our country a great place.
Well, that's our program for today. Thanks for watching. But we'd love to hear from you, so drop us a line. Send an email to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. You can also follow us on Twitter at JIS News. Please visit our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire production team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.